But I tell you what, I am having so much fun. I mean, this place is so cool. So it's about 4:10 on a Friday night. It's late already. So I'm just going to head about an hour and a half, depending on what daylight I've got left. Just far enough that it's backcountry, which means I can light myself a little fire to keep warm tonight. Let's go. I'm gathering a little parcel of sticks as I go. It's pretty nice and dry out here because we're on a river flat, but the New Zealand bush is notoriously damp. It can be really hard to find dry firewood. So I'm just picking up a couple of little pieces as I go, and once I get a little fire going, I'll be able to keep it going with wood that's not quite as dry. Well, here we are at the head of the valley and another river crossing. I used to really hate getting my boots wet. I can remember as a child, every river crossing, stopping and taking off my boots, putting them back on again. But it's actually so much safer to cross with your boots on. Be pretty slippery when you're barefoot. And actually, it's pretty damn liberating to realise that you don't have to have dry feet when you're walking. And once you get used to it, it's absolutely fine. I brought myself 2 pairs of dry socks so I can wear some tonight, get my feet warm, and tomorrow morning my boots are going to be very cold. So another dry pair of socks that I can keep inside my sleeping bag tonight, and I'll be fine. Oh my gosh, river crossing number 5, here I come. There is no shortage of water around here. But I tell you what, I am having so much fun. I mean, this place is so cool. Check this out. Everywhere I turn, there is something amazing. This bush, cliffs, mountains, I just friggin' love this. I just can't believe it's a Friday night, the end of a working week, and I'm here. This is amazing, and something you will find out about me. I get very excited about being outdoors. Honestly, I honestly and truly love it. It just makes me feel so good. That's why I brought you guys along. I'm hoping that you'll enjoy it as well. Hoping it'll make you feel good too. So I've come up the valley. It narrows off quite a lot, as you can see, and there's this beautiful cliffs, but it's really narrow and there's nowhere that I'm going to be able to camp. I mean, look at that. So I'm going to head back down. I'm going to head back down to a spot I saw just before the valley narrowed, and I'll see you there. Alright, so the tent is set up. This is the X-Bed Venus 2. It's a great little tent. It's really easy to set up actually. It's just not ideal pitching a tent, any tent, in sand. So I've had to use some rocks just to hold it down. Fortunately, we're not expecting wind in the night, otherwise I'd have a bit of trouble because I haven't really got it set up beautifully. I'd really like to get some of the slack out of there, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to be rushing actually to get everything sorted, so I'm going to say goodbye, and you'll see me again once I've got my stuff set up and into some warm clothes. Got to get out of these pants which are a bit wet from those river crossings. Right-ho. This fire has been so hard to get going. So hard. I mean, this wood is so wet. But it's going. For dinner tonight we have chicken noodle laksa and a smoked sourdough cheese toasty. It was going to be melted, but I think it's just going to be smoked, although it could be on fire. Might have to go and save it. Can you see my toes? Warming up by the fire. Ooh. I brought some jandals, which are like flip-flops, to wear around camp because they're nice and light to carry. The problem is, it is so wet underfoot. There's all these like mosses and grasses and stuff. Your feet sink into them, so I couldn't put my socks on, and I didn't want to keep my wet boots on. Probably should have just kept my wet boots on. Anyway, my tootsies have got cold, so I'm just going to warm them up before I put my socks on. I'll put them on soon because I'm not going to walk around anymore. I've decided I won't bother trying to keep this fire going. It's just a little token something. So cozy. Good morning. Oh, what a lovely sleep. I woke up a couple of times just to roll over and get comfortable, but it was lovely and warm, snuggly. I'll show you my little secret weapon. Oh, the camera's fogging up with. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Oh, my secret weapon. There you are. My alpaca blanket. Yep, I packed a little alpaca blanket that squished it in with my sleeping bag.
It's so warm. I wrapped myself in it. And that was great. I'm in no hurry this morning, so I'm just going to lie here for a bit and then hop up and make a coffee and look at the view and enjoy the sunrise. I'm very excited about my breakfast this morning. Porridge. I better give that a stir. Don't want it sticking onto the bottom. Just going to turn that off. Got whole grain rolled oats, a bit of coconut, cinnamon, a little bit of sugar, some dried blueberries, and half a banana. Oh, and some coconut. That's going to be so good. And I've warmed up my milk in my fantastic International Adventure Therapy Association conference cup from Sydney. That is the best cup at keeping stuff hot. It is amazing, like 2 hours. And, oh, hang on. My coffee grinds in there. I don't think I can do this with one hand. I'm going to have to pour my coffee without you. Nice, all done. So it looks like it might be a little bit weak, so I might have to top that up a bit more. What a nice place to have breakfast. All packed up and on our way. Let's go back down the valley. A couple of river crossings and then we'll get out into the sun, which will be lovely because my feet are a wee bit cold with these cold boots back on and cold shorts. Yeah, let's do it. So easy to be mindfully aware when you're in nature. Like I've just stopped to look at this little mossy grass. I'm sure it's got a technical name, sorry. And it's just so cute and it's everywhere. Covering everything. But it's so beautiful. And as soon as your mind wanders onto something that you might be worrying about or thinking about something outside of the moment, it's so easy to bring yourself back because all around you is beautiful stuff. There's beautiful sounds, beautiful sights, even the smells are beautiful. The feelings, my hand is freezing cold, but then I can put it in my pocket and warm it up. It's really easy to be in the moment when you're in a place like this. I think that's why it's so restful and restorative. One of the reasons anyway. It's really hard to have any other cares in the world. If you haven't, you should try it. Get outside. Such a valuable time being able to get away into the bush like this. I'm trying not to waste even a minute. So as I'm walking along here, I'm trying really hard to be mindful of myself and the environment around me. Because if I'm always thinking about something else, thinking about the future, thinking about the past, I'm never really living. It took me a while to really recognize that. My life can feel like it's passing me by really quickly. That's because I'm not really living my life. I'm constantly thinking about the way things might be, or wishing they were different, or living in the past, living in the future, thinking about what might happen when I go back to work on Tuesday. There's always something that you're thinking about. And that means you're not really truly living, because life only really, it really only exists in the moment, doesn't it? Life is now. So as I'm walking along here, I'm trying really hard to bring my thoughts back, not get upset if my thoughts wander. Just notice if my thoughts wander and then just bring them back to noticing the stuff around me. And of course, if in doubt, turn back and don't cross. If it's been raining heavily and the river's up, you're better off to stay another night, wait it out, and take the risk. Back out into the main valley. It's beautiful, beautiful autumn morning. So quiet, no one around. Hey guys, thanks for coming along on this little trip with me. It's lovely to be out there on my own, but it's also lovely to have someone to talk to. And if you enjoyed it, can you do me a little favour, because this is my first video and I'd really love to know what you thought. If you feel like leaving a comment, great, but even if you only have one moment, can you just press the like button if you liked it, and that'll give me an idea of whether people are enjoying this sort of content or not. The other thing I wanted to do is just say a quick shout out to Sam and Kev's Outdoor Adventures. They're another YouTube channel. Check them out if you're interested in walks in New Zealand, but especially in the South Island. They do some great, really informative little videos about walking to some of the less known places. And I'd wanted to walk up this valley for a while, but didn't really have any idea of what it might be like practically. You know, I could look at the topo maps and Department of Conservation website, but you don't really get a lot of information. So thanks guys, thanks for your really thoughtfully put together videos and for giving me some wonderful ideas of places that I can go.
Okay, I'll see you next time. I'm keen to get out again. I've got some walks that I'm keen to do up to some tarns, little mountain lakes, and I really want to get out somewhere. Hi, hello, beautiful. Little visitor. Isn't that cool? I really want to get out somewhere where I can bring my dog. I can't bring Indy to national parks, so I'm going to try and get out on a walk where I can bring Indy, because she's so cool. You've got to meet her, and she just loves being out. All right guys, till next time, see ya.